Rainollon here. Today is yet again another build showcase, and it's Hildryn Prime. Today I'm going to show you my Hildryn Prime build. It's the Aegis Gale build, so let us immediately start. Alright, let's start with the mods. The mods I'm using: my Hildryn Prime, Corrosion Projection to reduce enemy armor, Aviator, 4% damage reduction while airborne, Prime Vigor and Redirection for Massive Shield for survivability, Stretch, Arcane Reach, and Overextended for ability range, Precision Intensified to buff your fort ability, Blind Range for ability strength for everything, lowers your ability efficiency, isn't a big deal, and Aegis Gale, this is a augment for her fort ability, so when you press your fort ability, your first ability is also active. Your first ability gets a Outfire, and it does a lot of damage. You're going to shoot a bunch of projectiles. Not only that, it scales with shield, so higher shield, more damage, and ability strength, which is quite good. These are the mods. For the Arcanes, Arcane Velocity, we're going to use our first ability, which is Secondary Exalted Weapon, and this gives you 120% fire rate on a critical hit. And Multi-augmented, after 250 kills, you get a 60 permanent ability strength. These are the Arcanes. For the stats, the shield is really high, mass survivability and damage, of course. The duration is default, we really don't need duration at all. Efficiency is negative, range is really high, and strength is going to be really high. These are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and now it's time for me to explain the abilities. Alright, let's start with the abilities. Her passive is very good. It's the best shield gate in the entire game. After your shields are destroyed, you're immortal for 3.5 seconds. Really good. Her first ability, which is the Exalted Secondary, you're going to use this in your fourth ability. Massive AoE, massive damage, phenomenal clear, nuking, and this is going to be the main source of your clear and damage. Really good. You can also mod this. Second ability, Pillage. Pillage, what it does, it strips shield and armor, it replenishes your shield and ally shield, and also cleanses status effects. It does a bunch of stuff, and all the stuff it does are really nice. Third ability, I removed it for Molt. Her problem is not damage, not clear, not sustain, it's speed. And in your fourth ability, when you press Molt, your third ability, you're much faster, and it's just much nicer to play. You can also use, in fact, it's Speed, I think it's called. You can also try out Wrathful Advance and Lavos' Dash Attack, but I find Molt the best one. You can easily recast this, and it gives you a ton of speed multiplier, which is quite good. Fourth ability, you're going to always be in your fourth ability. Massive added damage to your first ability. You're going to press the Outfire, you're going to shoot 4 additional projectiles. It slowly degens your shield, but you can replenish your shield with Pillage, and it crowd controls enemies if they're near you, and sometimes enemies will drop energy orbs, which will help out your team. It's quite good. And that's it. These are the abilities. Now it's time for me to show you the Exalted Secondary. Alright, for the mods I'm using on her Exalted Weapon, Balefire Charger. I'm using Prime Fulmination to increase the blast radius. This does indeed work. It goes from 8 meters to 12.4 meters, which is a lot more range, better clear. Galvanized Diffusion for multi-shot, Hornet Strike for increased damage, Dark Cracker for cool damage, Pistol Pestilence for toxin, Electricity and Toxin gives you corrosion, Prime Heater Charge for heat, and Lethal Torrent for fire and multi-shot. These are the mods. For the Axle Weapon Adapter, I have a hot recommend for you to go. It's going to be Lethal Momentum for projectile speed. This is a projectile weapon, and this will make your projectiles travel quicker. Secondary Enerate is the best in slot Arcane. Nothing comes close. She generates so much flat kill chance with Enerate. It's so good. You will out of nowhere going to see like orange 4 to 7 million. Sometimes you will even see like 10 million. It's dumb. It's such a good Arcane for her secondary Exalted Weapon. For the stats, the cruel chance is horrible, but secondary Enervate loves that. Cruel damage is fine-ish, stat chance is horrible, and total damage is ridiculously high. It's the highest total damage in the entire game. And that's it. These are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and now it's time for me to show you the Shards. Alright, for the Shards are a hot recommend for you to go. All blues. For shield capacity. Shield capacity gives you damage. We have the Aegis Gale. It scales with shield, and shields also give you survivability. It's the best in slot for me personally. Maybe for you not, but for me it is. It gives me both offense and defense, and I kind of like that. You can do Parker Velocity if you want to move quicker and faster in your 4 by tossing a bunch of yellow shards. But let's be honest, we all have millions of blue shards, and this kind of fits her. And that's it. These are the shards. Now it's time for me to show you the build in game. So, let's go. And we are in. I'm up against the corrupted enemies, Void, Steel Path of course, it's survival, the map's called Mod. I'm going to show you this build here. Balefire, which is the middle mouse, to do a bunch of damage, to shoot a bunch of projectiles. Press Pillage to sustain your 4 and your Balefire from your 1. Sometimes press Molt to move faster. As you can see, you're much faster. Orange crits, sometimes yellow crits, sometimes red crits. Enervate stacks are quite good on Hildryn. Beautiful. She is so much better. So much. That augment truly made her a usable Warframe, in my opinion. She didn't really have anything that is like a main ability. She just felt like a Inaros with shield. Now she's so much better. So much. The added damage is ridiculously high. Like, it's so dumb how much added damage she gets from the augment. And then after that, they allowed us to slot the Arcane, which made her damage even higher. It's really good. She's so much better. These enemies don't really have a high HP, so I'm going to be one-shotting these guys. As you can see, like, nothing here is going to survive. If an Acolyte spawns, I'm going to alt-fire like maybe once or twice, and he's going to despawn as well. Same with War. Her downside is she's horrible against Infested and Murmur, and the reason why, Pillage doesn't restore your shield, because you need to strip shield and armor, and Murmur have their own version of armor. Infested do not have shield or armor, so you can't really sustain yourself that much in your 4. But against like the Corpus, the Corrupted, the Ganir, all versions of Ganir, you can easily sustain your 4. I'll also recommend to use a Sentinel. Sentinels have like mods like Guardian, which once your shields are completely broken, it will restore it. He also has like another shield one that increases your maximum shield. It gives you shield recharge. The shield recharge doesn't work in your 4, but if you ever like not in your 4, you'll have a much higher shield recharge. It's just so good now. So good. Oh, I lost my 4th ability. As you can see, my Sentinel completely restored it, which is quite good. Yeah, I will recommend Sentinels. Cats and dogs don't really have the exact same thing what Sentinels have. Here comes the Acolyte to die from like one burst attack. Oop, I accidentally pressed my 4, I don't know why. Up, the Acolyte despawned. Like I said, he's going to despawn really fast. And yeah, this is the Hildryn build. Very tanky, very sustaining. He was fast as well. Some red crits, there they are, beautiful. It's very good, she's so much better. Alright, that's it, time for me to leave, boys. And be right back. And there you go, that was Hildryn Prime, and she is so much better now. So much. The only downside I have on Hildryn, I really don't like how she looks. I think she is not the greatest looking Warframe, but everything else I do love. I will recommend the Warframe and the build. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Thank you yet again everybody for watching. Leave a like, sub, and of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.